No way. Wow. Yeah. That's lit, dude. I'm telling you, those guys have been on a whole new wave ever since the beginning. I already just because I did my research on that, and yeah, man, I'm excited. I can't wait to see. Oh, by the way, we are live. I still didn't send all the invites yet, but we are live streaming right now, and I'm gonna make an opening speech real quick just for the stream purpose here. All right, what up, you guys? So we're kicking off Super Wednesday 208. 208 weeks we've been rocking together in the metaverse, in the 3D internet. We have just added a Vibe Code Cafe with Candy and Steve. We've added a Web3 workshop where every week we'll be discussing everything that's going on in Web3 or like, new updates, new things. So, yeah, it's going to be an hour before the concert, like a space for builders, creators, and just curious minds who want to actually understand what's happening in Web3 and not just the buzzwords. So today we're diving into Luxo and universal profiles and why identity is becoming the foundation of this new internet. We're here with Candy and Steve Strange. For a long time, Steve has been talking about how wallets, were just addresses, and I'm sorry. Uh, for a long time, wallets were just addresses. They were complicated. They're a little impersonal. So we're about to find out how universal profiles flip that. And Steve Strange is going to talk about how they can turn your identity into something under one roof, like something human, uh, with one profile, one presence, and something that you could use across all apps and communities and worlds. So I think as we all create a lot more like mini apps and things like that, it's going to be very, very cool tool to use. So this matters because where we're headed, Web3, the spatial internet, digital culture, AI, identity isn't optional. It's how we connect, create, and collaborate. So we're lucky to have Steve here. His handle is at Scuba Dadu. So SCUBADADOO. And we're here with Candy, and her handle is at Candy Toy Box. Candy Toy Box. So yeah, we're Steve's gonna break it down. Feel free to ask questions in the chat and take notes, lean in. I know I will be, and I'll also be filming. So what up, Steve? How are you?
off of, as far as just building a community around a specific or a certain type of, topic or set of a set of details. And so they, again, like they try to incorporate a lot of different um, areas as far as like say these categories. We have fan token, badges, proof of attendance. They have music, and so each one of these that I click on are showing users that have created universal profiles under that category. And when you create an account, you'll be able to apply each one of these tags to your account if you wanted. I'm not too sure if they can like have a max amount on how much you can attach to your account, but I know I got more than one. So here I'm clicked on music, and right here I have a music NFT that I have uploaded into my account. So we'll be going over that here shortly. But just to continue down the page, there's again more, just highlights of other users and their accounts. Um, and they have different collaborations coming. They recently had a big announcement of a company called Sleek. And they're all about, creativity and fashion arts, basically the next wave of pop culture. And I think that's the other appeal that I had towards Luxo was how the team not only wanted to create a beautiful UI, a very sleek and, a very clean experience, that's very easy, to easy on the eyes as far as how it's built out. But they have a very, they're very inclined to just the beautification on the creativity here. And so I don't know much about Sleek yet, but they were very excited to collaborate and have this company sign on. I think all I remember them is kind of doing. They remind me of Instagram, but being more like fashionably oriented and with a like kind of a magazine type of format. So that's going to be interesting to see the level of influence that they're going to bring to this community. And of course, they have all kinds of other areas within Luxo as far as DeFi goes. So they have mechanisms where you can plug into the DeFi side of things if you wanted to stake your tokens, or all that economic stuff. But I like to just really pay attention to the level of creativity here. Again, going back to the tags, there's an artist tag, there's a DJ tag, there's musician tags, and again, there's all these profiles that are associated with these particular specific tags on what anyone that's kind of specialized, like what are they using Luxo for, how do they want to identify themselves, and so on and so forth. Um, hold on one second.
No, take your time. This is great. My goodness. I have so many questions. Hey, what's up, Kumiko?
Hold on one
Welcome
second.
in, everybody. Take your time. Hello, Christopher. Nice to see you.
That sleek could be cool for like time and
Dang.
digital merch.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let's see. Yeah. So let's get to the good stuff, shall we?
Well,
So there's a lot of advantages here, and again, it takes a little time to kind of it took me time to wrap my mind around a lot of the capabilities here. So I'm gonna click into my profile here. So I created Steve Strange. I have my known icon and then my banner here. And so again, it's gonna allow any form of how creative can you be, or how do you want to network, how do you want to brand, how do you want to just express yourself. And a comment I made to Stilo is that I'm using my universal profiles as my main web page. It's a link that people can go to find out a little bit about me and to see what projects, to see what what I'm involved in, and just to kind of get an insight on my interest. Because what we have most often is people have a link in bio, and what do we have with the link in bio? But we have a link tree. um, my problem with the link tree is it doesn't complement a lot of the projects right away because it's a list of bars. Like it's a list. It'll give you a list of links and titles, to those pages. But there's not a whole lot to go off of at surface value. Like I would literally have to go in, and if I didn't know what I was looking for, I would have to go in and click on every link and go into the web page and keep, further discovering. With universal profiles, I don't have to go into these links. I can just immediately just scroll down the page, and I can see a lot of the projects or images. Like, say for example, an artist may have a gallery, and they'll have a different number of links to go to each one of their galleries, or where their pictures are uploaded, or their NFTs. In this fashion here, I can just go to their profile and just scroll down immediately, and I can see all of the things, all of the creative projects, that the artist has worked on. So immediately here on the top of the banner, they complement the account with this side by side banner of NFTs that I've created here within the app. And you can see I have only three that I've uploaded so far, because that's you know I'm still trying to strategize exactly how do I want to
Right.
create a series of NFTs. Like how do I want to move forward in how I want to what I want to present and when I want to present it. And so here earlier, when I was in the music category, this thumbnail came up, and this is my music NFT right here. So if I click into that, we see all the metadata. Now, when I created this music NFT within this platform of Universal Profiles, I I was able to upload everything onto this network. So what's unique about this platform is it's creating the NFT on site, on chain, on the network, and it's not using any third party or any other integration. It's directly, everything is just a one stop shop right here. And upon creating it, it's giving all the metadata to prove the authenticity. And the unique area about NFT creations is within the metadata, all of the data that's in there is the authenticity has that form of like a copywritten type of proof to show, exactly when it was created and who owns it and everything that's needed. Usually that's used within the traditional concept of, you know, registering copywritten stuff. That's what's so unique about
Mm,
NFTs is it everything's kind of performed automatically when those are created.
mm,
And
preach.
so see here, I included the description to this song is this music NFT, the lyrics to the song. So if anyone's listening to the song, they can see what the words are about. And if anyone, this area right here is showing the owners of the NFT. So if there were multiple buyers or owners, you would see that circle diagram. And then further down here, you can attach a link. And then here you can see I have two files of the song uploaded to this, which is the MP3 and the WAV file. And so let's see if
Interesting.
one of these will play.
Yeah.
I'm not- But yeah.
There we go.
Oh, it's
Nice.
Yeah. So I have the both MP3 and WAV files uploaded into this music NFT within my profile here. Oh, and then you can see that I can sell what I have, or I can send it to someone, or it even gives me the ability to burn any copies. Um,
Nice.
and with my, I only made 11 total. Um, so let's see. Um, so as far as how I made that, right? Here's where the the whole thing of where what you can do with your profile is when you create a profile, you'll see these top three areas here of a grid, an NFT, and the tokens. Those are your main three functionalities within this platform. And so within the NFT is where I went in and created the assets. So it's pretty, pretty good, pretty simple. Just go into create asset, and then you fill out everything you need. The name, you got to create the ticker, um, the category of like, is this a fan token? Is this a badge? Is this a membership NFT? Because keep in mind, the reason, like, what's the reason you're creating an NFT? Is it just for art, or are you rewarding someone that attended these? Like, say, for example, we should create an NFT for these workshops, and we can create a proof of attendance NFT. So everyone that attends can get one of these NFTs that we created within Luxo, or anything else that actually has this category. And then here you can see music, and then, but it gives you a long list of what are you creating the NFT for to specify, what's the intention behind it. And then you got an advanced. So here's the thing about the NFTs created on Luxo is it uses either something called an LSP7 or an LSP8. And really, the only difference is this LSP7 is for just like a regular type of NFT that you would want to sell, that you'd want to create and do anything with. The LSP8 is more specified to like some form of like a digital ownership of something. Like say for example, you could attach uh, it's LSP8 NFT to a physical item that a customer bought. Say, for example, Stilo, if somebody bought one of your newest hats or hoodies, and you could attach an NFT to that, you would use this LSP8 um, to assign specifically to that sale
Mm.
for that that hat or that hoodie. And I think you'd be able to identify it with this information here. When I chose LSP8, then I would specify, you know, how to attach that NFT to the physical item or specific items, in general, and then how many NFTs that would go with it, or something to that effect. I haven't really used that yet, so I can't say too much other than that's a very unique identifier on how to specify NFTs to specific functions and purposes. So I thought that was very interesting.
Very.
So this is my NFT page. I've created only this much. This one right here is like a NFT that I was able to purchase my Steve Strange name with the universal profiles. And so that's all that this is. I went into their main marketplace where NFTs are sold,
Mm.
and it's called Universal Page, and this is their marketplace on where you can buy, sell, trade NFTs.
Damn.
And so I went there and I bought my username, my Steve Strange username NFT. So that way now I branded, my specific, copywritten my username, my brand, etc., etc. Um, so yeah, like I said, they're very forward thinking. They
Oh
thought
yeah.
about a lot of unique stuff. So, and then, here's the tokens. Like if you're holding any tokens, you could, when you go to the their DeFi page. If you wanted to swap out Luxo with meme coins or stuff that's on the Luxo network, there's not a whole lot to go off of with their tokens because they're still like in the process of building their business to become like very well known, full of just a lot of financial transactions. When people only pay attention to price, they're going to care about the finances. That's where this tokens kind of comes into play, but I don't really like you know bother too much with that area. Their main strong points is their NFT creation, again, within this app. And then secondly, this whole this grid area, which is my next exciting part to get into. But before I do, any questions, Stilo or
Nice.
Candy?
Yes. Wow. Yeah, so basically, I wanted to ask you, oh, if anyone has any questions, by the way, go ahead and feel free to type it in the chat. I wanted to ask you, what do you think the value of proof of attendance is? Um, for me, just a quick, from my understanding, like it's like having like a ticket to a Van Halen concert that was like 30 years ago. Like maybe in 30 years, like these proof of attendance could be worth something. Is that my understanding?
It's possible. Luxo, they give when they give their meetings, sometimes on spaces, sometimes in common ground, in other community space, they'll actually make a proof of attendance NFT for the people that attended, and then they'll give those out. And then, I mean, right now, it only goes as far as, who owns the proof of attendance NFT. But who's to say what the value can potentially become in the future,
Hmm.
right? It could be traded as something nostalgic, as something that's commemorated. Like, say they go to their 10th year anniversary and you are able to prove that you own that one of the first meetings of that proof of attendance NFT, and that could prove to be something of high value. It just depends how much the company has come up or how recognized that meeting was or who was involved or that sort of thing. It always just comes down to that personal level of value, I think.
Yeah.
And
Def-
can I add to that too? I look at that as in kind of it's your way of starting an NFT collection without starting an NFT collection. So, like for instance, if I start like doing webinars and I just give everybody proof of attendance, well, they can just collect that, and then like I can keep track like in an Excel sheet. You just keep the contract address of all your proof of attendances that you've issued, like from
mm,
your wallet or for whatever reason you felt like doing it, and then you can go back later. So it could be 5 years down the road, and you can be like, if you have like one of these first proof of attendances, or anybody that has these proof of attendances, or if you have one out of 20, or you know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of a way for you to go back and like, you can like reward people for stuff you didn't plan on now. Like
hmm.
you can kind of like go like, yeah, I value my followers, but I don't know how, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. So then like, it's like a kind of like it's almost like market segmentation, like segmenting your market. Like these are non-subscribers, these are paid subscribers, these are so and so. You can be like, these are people that really came to they really value music, because all these people came to DJ night, and all these people value education because they came to all my webinars. And then you can reward people for like how many they hold. Another thing that I've found it useful for is when you're applying in the Web3 ecosystem for grants or like hackathons. A lot of times on there, they'll have a space, since most of it is Web3 based. They will have space for you to put like contract addresses of like badges or things you've earned in Web3. Like if you have something, just like they'll say you can put your NFT as your profile picture. They'll say like you can put, show me your whatever thing that what if you have anything earned, or like
Hmm.
badges that are like educational that you want to show off. I think too, like I was reading here, just to get like more of a grasp on exactly where the universal profiles are going, like future wise. And it's built into like it's the actual messaging, like text messaging, like their competitors are going to be like WhatsApp and iMessage. So like when
No
you think
way.
of like that shared identity that you have at the top of your iMessage that says like share your new profile picture, like eventually it'll be like, now I can be like click on Stilo's, text message type. It has a lot to do with the actual like messaging part of like the actual phone, like the real communication shit, not like an app on top of stuff.
Whoa.
Um so yeah, so it's really cool, and that's what I think about. There's this article called Slayer Cake, and I gotta get it to you guys. But it's basically talks about how like you should just issue all sorts of NFTs, rewards, and all these things, because as we build more and more tools, all you have to do is just bring in all those contract addresses of things you issue,
Right.
and then you can just build out your own like gamified tier or rewards, like like even
Damn.
tokens, you bring that in. And like eventually the technology is only getting better, so like the more I feel like the proof of attendance is great. Like Zol's good at doing this. He is always putting something on chain for like every
Yeah.
event, and now like he can go through and be like, if you have a combination of any of these things, you get this. But like you can really only do that if you start issuing them. So
Yeah.
I think that is very valuable.
Wow.
Yeah, you're spot on. You're spot on, and you got it exactly. And the other aspect to this proof of attendance is, future potential. What the ownership will allow you to access. Will it let you obtain rewards? Will it let you access private, types of like say calls? It's like say for example, this NFT I created here. I only have 13 of them because of the community I created in the other platform called Common Ground, and it's the health and wellness community. Within that community, I have assigned roles, and it's very much like Discord. I have assigned roles to specific people who are the leaders in that community, and I will assign them this NFT here, which allows them to access only the specific channels. Only they can access specific channels in that
Whoa.
platform because they own this NFT here. And what I upgraded with this NFT is an actual video that can go with it.
Whoa. Wow.
And so, yeah, so like
Yeah,
they,
just sorry, I just
yeah,
wanted to say while I was thinking about it here, just like you were saying that, like how you did that to that group of people. So, and then bringing it back to like the musicians. So, like this could be like that could be one of the special like five NFTs in that category for the musician, and maybe those five people who buy that, they get access to that one-on-one discussion with you, and that access you've set up is going to be so that you can write a song one-on-one with each of those five members, and like those, maybe they're your biggest fans that have been like, I want Stilo write a song with Stilo, so they purchase the specific NFT saying like, no, I want to write a song with Stilo, but then maybe somebody else wants DJ lessons from Stilo, so you have like one NFT for that. And then you can give them that personal chat room with that personal access. So, like, okay, this is my super fan who I'm writing a song with. This is my super fan who I'm teaching to DJ. This is my super fan I'm teaching keyboard. And then these are like, my backstage roadies, or, like you could do it all different ways. And then also, too, you could look at it as in like, for me, like, if I I get a client that wants me to make I get a client that wants me to make them a pitch deck and do branding for their event in Miami. So like I could that could be like my consulting NFT, like maybe the down payment is like
Mm.
the initial purchase of it or whatever. And that unlocks the chat room and the collaboration area for me and my client to get our work done. And now I don't have to worry about like anybody else coming in there and like messing with stuff, but I also don't have to like go and set up a whole Discord server just for them. You know what I mean? So it really gives that access pass, which I think is super cool for musicians, like almost like the way fan clubs were supposed to be.
Hmm.
Exactly.
And I'm kind of thinking, just to play devil's advocate here, maybe like rather than having like a specific thing for specific things, like maybe that has a really good use case, but also like we also want to kind of create pressure and value with what we put on chain. So in my like just to like throw it in the air, and like what if rather than like creating such individual like lanes, creating one lane that drives pressure and then like adds value, and then it creates like if you have a membership NFT, these perks come with, like, you have a three tiers, a bronze, a silver, and a gold, and like maybe the bronze gets you in the chat, maybe the silver gets you into the workshops where there's like live DJ music workshops, maybe, and then the gold tier gets you all access to, you know, 20% off the website and this and that. And when you're done with it, you could sell it. And, if it's sold out, it creates pressure. I remember seeing this one builder, he would give away free worlds every month if you were a holder, and he had 100 tokens. As soon as he sold out, it went from $10 to $100 because everyone wanted that environment. And then some people had bought two, so they sold it for like 40, $50, so, and then when they were done with it, they sold it then again. So really interesting stuff. I also wanted to know how how Luxo is gasless. Love to know that.
Oh yeah, point. Good point. So I mean, that's actually one of the best questions, Stilo. That's key right there, because my focus right now is mostly on just two networks. That's Luxo and Internet Computer Protocol. Why? Because they're both gasless. They have some kind of model that's called a reverse gas fee model, where all you have to do to transact is have a wallet, and the gas is covered on their side, on the network side. Um, so there, I don't know how to explain too much on their reverse gas fee model, other than whoever is building on the network would need the token to cover some of the gas, meaning to build out some of the stuff on the platform, to build out the app, to build with it. The builder would need the token. um, and I see. So I don't know how much further than that it goes. Like, say we're further down the line and there's much more traffic volume, if that reverse gas fee model is still being covered by the network somehow, or
Hmm.
if we're also like also covering part of that as a token holder. So that I can't answer, but I'm guessing it may be a combination of both, because that's how I'm perceiving the ICP token to work. That right now the company itself is covering the back end with the reverse gas fee model, but I know as builders and owners of anything built on there, that we would need to be holders on the back end. But it's to the level of, we're talking super micro transactions as far as what we're covering
Right.
when there's a transaction. Very, very micro, very micro. So we're not even paying like 10 cents on, if it did come to us, it wouldn't be like 10 cents. It's like very
Ha-
micro,
tenth of a
smaller
penny.
transaction. Yeah, probably
So
less than that.
I you want me to just I just looked it up here. I'll just read you what it says so that you know. It says when a user initiates a transaction interacting with the D app. uh, they sign it off chain, and a relay, the back end, submits it to the blockchain. So I'm thinking, like, you know how the layer twos are like a bunch of micro transactions kind of rolled up into one Ethereum transaction to create lower gas fees.
Mm,
I'm thinking like it's kind of like that, but it's like you were saying, super, super micro, to where since you're actually signing it off chain and they're just submitting one piece of information like to the blockchain, then it makes it extra super micro.
right.
So yeah, that's like just like what you're
And
saying. That's what's like,
because it makes it a lot easier for just passive users to come on to your app, to your platform, and just if they wanted to interact, they wouldn't need to own a token to confirm transactions. They can just carry about, click on what, do whatever, and they, just as a regular user, it has that seamless uh, traditional familiar sense of Web 2 usage, and but they're going to be interacting with this next level internet. So that's a very key component in the adaptability and the adoption rate on normies and non familiar users to start interacting with these next level pages. So that's a great question, Stilo.
Yeah.
um,
How exciting. Because
so
I, I,
to
I love
yeah.
that. I love that Luxo's a layer one, just like Solana, and I love that they're like creative. They're like more focused on, uh, like the design and like the
Yeah.
artistry, the creative output. So we'll see. I can't wait to dive in. Please.
So that's where we come to grids. This is what sets them apart from many other apps and platforms and networks that I've really ever seen anywhere. This is one of their unique features um, that that kind of drew me in when I figured out what it was. And again, I think a much better alternative than a link tree or anyone's attempt of trying to find a way to incorporate everything that they're doing into one page, into a single main landing page. Like I said, I like to use this as my landing page, and just and it has everything presented on all the different categories and tabs.
Can you show
So
us?
for
Can you show us how the profile looks like without the your UI? Like, is there like a view profile? Just so we see how like it would
um,
look like as if we like had clicked on your link. Sorry, I'm sorry if I
on
interrupted. I'm
on
so.
mine specifically, or
Oh yeah, maybe yeah, and maybe anyone's sure. Candy is that candies?
okay,
Oh, nice.
yeah, let's look at candies real quick. Um, so yeah, this is the real basic form. And before she put this on here, there was, I think, nothing on this page, and all you had up top was just this.
Mm.
So
Oh, it's
you
still
know, I,
okay.
yeah, and then again, it's up to you how you want to start building out, but it's real basic. She has her Twitter X,
S-
post here.
So is it just
Um,
one post or does it like update like your like every tweet you do? I wonder.
it's depends on what you post. Well,
Hmm.
you come in here and you decide what to post, and it'll just be one post at a time.
Yeah. You can go back to
Here's
your
Crypto
profile.
Fam Radio.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, here's Crypto Fam Radios. He, very inactive, as you can see.
Hmm.
So
Just started.
he just went as far as just building out just his whole profile of like what people,
Hmm.
their the first impression people will have, and what you'll have your description and all that stuff. So um so for example, in these grids, on my the first thing that people will see with my profile is all my music, my Strange Waves music um, project that I have with Audius. And this is, everything that I've uploaded here, but really everything related to music. So
Mm.
I created NFTs for Crypto Fam Radio. As you can see within that other Solana platform known as Launch My NFT, and that's what we'll see here. And then I plugged in, and then going further down, I created another NFT on the Sui network on the a platform that's called Tradeport, and I was just experimenting here, and I only put one. Um, and it's again up to you how you want to design it. This right here is just the image, and let's see if it'll catch up loading. Um, there's a really convenient little donate. You know, if anyone's compelled to, if they appreciate the work, they can donate. And it's only going off of just the LYX, the Luxo token, nothing else. It doesn't allow any other kind of donations. Um, I don't know why that stuck. And so I got a couple of YouTube videos. Another one of my favorite music artists is a amazing female
Oh yeah,
multi instrumentalist called Josh Latana, bro.
I've
Like
heard.
she is
Yeah, I've heard of
just
her.
phenomenal.
Hmm.
And so I just have to represent her on my page. I probably should give her her own page because it's just crazy, crazy good.
Yeah.
And so let me go back up to these tabs. So these are all the tabs I've entered. Here's the edit button on how I've integrated all everything that you're seeing here is this edit button. But just real quick, I have the other projects and interests that I'm into. You know, the app I created is called Artist Hub Stack. That's what you'll see here. The app I created with Caffeine AI. I plugged it into my Luxo profile here so people can come
Dope.
in and just interact with the app within there. Scrolling down, here's the podcast audio file and then the little graphic I made. So this is everything pertaining to just that one topic of the artist substack. Of course, I'm into
Mm.
astrology. I created an astrology app some months ago. It's one of the first
Ooh.
ones I made. All you got to do is come in here, plug in your date, and you'll get all kinds of interesting information all about
No
that
way.
sign. Yeah, so that's a little known app that not many people know about. I put out there my astrology app,
It's cool.
and then other things. I don't know why it's slow loading. So the other community that I interact with is known as Wellness Wednesday, and they only do Twitter X stuff. And so that's really the only way I'm able to highlight what we do there is by highlighting, you know, the posts that the message that we have on Wellness Wednesday, and that's what all this is. They do. I help them create an audience music page, so they play music during that page. But again, this is all Twitter X oriented. That's where most of their material is found. Another app I created. See, that's what makes it so crazy is you can represent all your projects. I created all these apps, and I'm able to represent them all within my profile.
Right.
This one's all about health and wellness. It's about the relationship of copper, iron, and magnesium. These are probably the most important three minerals, a triad of benefits to our health.
Wow.
Very little known. And this one, I just plugged in a couple of AI platforms. Of course, this one's caffeine, so people can interact with caffeine if they've never dealt with it, if they want to play around, see what they can do. Again, anybody can come in and use this. They can sign in if they want. It's just accessible. It's just a window available on my profile. ASI one is another one. It's mostly just an advanced decentralized AI model on a Fetch AI was the original network, but I think they're changing their name. And so you can interact with the AI here. And then I have a long awaited project that I can't wait to get back into. One of my personal projects of this story that I have marinating and I haven't gotten out there yet. I've only done a few things. So this is a personal project of mine. And then
Ooh.
some video, some video projects I've done. I have these X posts of videos that I made and I've uploaded here. And again, slow loading. And then we'll just go onto the Waveboards page. And here I have Waveboards. So, like if I'm in
Whoa.
my Universal Profiles hanging out, I've tested it out when there's a Waveboards, when there's a quick battle, I'll jump in here and I'll actually be able to use it and trade it, you know, interact with it in app within my profile in here too. So yeah, I got Waveboards plugged in. Pretty cool stuff, man. And just a quick insight: when I edit, um, this bar comes up right here. and this is the bar where the magic happens. I can add a new grid by just clicking on this, and then I'll just like give it a name, Stilo World, and then so I can decide how many columns. Uh, I'll show this for example. So here I have a new area called Stilo World, and I chose so in this first page, it gave me the option on whether I wanted two columns or
Mm.
three columns, or or whenever I start putting stuff in here, it'll let me put in four columns. So again, it's all about um, how I'd want to design it, how I want to build it out. And then if I click add new, it'll give me the option. Here's the mini app or website. It doesn't allow any websites. I tried sometimes I'll try different websites, but all the apps that I built, I've shared the link in here, and then they load up right away. Um, and then you can just add an image. You can just put in text like notes or whatever. Here's a YouTube video, Spotify links, SoundCloud, and then the two social medias that it connects to. This one right here is something called Elf Site. It has further customizations, but it'll only let you use one of the features. Like if you have a very unique project, how you want to customize it, you'd have to like pay to use the advanced tier kind of thing. And then I can move these around. Fully customizable, dog. Fully customizable. And then if I were to enter something in this grid, I just put it in preview mode, interact with it, make sure it works, everything's good. And then if it's not, I'll be able to delete it, or I can just reset changes. And then if everything's all good, I just save the changes right there. um So yeah, and it's very easy to use. Like once you get your account up and running, all of it's very easy to use and start putting together um, all the things.
Yeah.
So
Well, it looks amazing. Looks like an amazing platform. I'm definitely gonna create my profile. Um, what I love about like Universal Everything slash Luxo is like they've had the same like mantra the whole time, and like they've had the same mantra, like core mantra, brand mantra, which is like to use the blockchain without using the blockchain, and like for creatives, for people, for the new internet. So like I always thought like a dope social media platform would use the blockchain on the back end, but you don't even know it, but you use it for authenticity, token gating, like, like being able to navigate in a special place, where you, for like, uh, f- as a, for like as a user experience. So, yeah, and then, yeah, I don't like I don't really like link. Like if you're using your link tree, you guys, you're giving away all your like data. So like rather than like using a link tree and giving a link tree all your data, like who's going to what and how, where and why and how old are they and all that stuff, it's better that you relay right to like your website, or like creating your own link tree. And like Steve Strange has always been advocating like making your own app that's your own link tree. I recently just did that and I made it look pretty cool, so I put it on my website right now. I just got to activate it and start putting like the files in and stuff, but super easy and super fun. Really recommend owning your own data, especially when you like start an Instagram store or a Facebook store or a TikTok shop. Your website gives you credibility and authenticity. So for Meta to promote you, as a like check out this shop, that is important. Like they want to know like who's going to that website, how much traffic does that website have. If it's a link tree, it kind of stunts your growth a little bit because they're not getting your data that it's Linktree's thing. So just little things like that. And then like what's really curious to me for me about universal everything is like how like Google I think has peaked as far as like using it as a search engine, and I think like ChatGPT is obviously rising month by month by month. It's like being used more and more rather than Google. So I'm really curious to see like how social media is going to change, like how navigating social media is going to look like when, like what is ChatGPT scraping? Is it scraping Yelp? Is it scraping other brands? I think it's going to be scraping other brands, like how they talk about you. It's like, okay, Christopher, um, like it's kind of like like if you do a press release or something on like if you need like some kind of press release on Spotify, like you can't like submit your own blog, but it should be like another brand talking about you, in an article. Like things like that is what gets you verified on Instagram, let's just say. So yeah, let's see what happens. Like how like ChatGPT is going to scrape metadata and all the metadata data that we're using in this should be really interesting. So yeah, minting NFTs costs money. Reason for NFTs. Yeah, I forgot why I wrote that, but pretty much I think that's about it that I got as far as questions and comments.
Yeah, one thing I think about here is like, you know how they talk about because of AI, we're gonna need universal basic income because everybody's like jobs are gonna
Yeah,
basically become creative jobs. Well, like thinking of that future, I constantly like already being kind of already living in that future uh, world myself. I constantly, it's still, that's why I don't, um, I need to set up like candytoybox.com on here is what I need to do and start utilizing all these tools because as a creative who does just constant creative work for like multitude of different people, um, and yourself, it's like how are you going to build that brand, like how are you going to charge people for your specific creative services that are like so niche that like how would they ever find you in the first place? So I think that starting like especially since we're already like extra early adopters and like living that future, like I know I could use ubi already, but like but since we're already like doing that, I feel like, inevitably that's where everybody, if that's what they see, like that's what we'll have to be using.
definitely. I'm definitely gonna sign up for this for sure. Using it as my main thing, I don't know yet because I don't really know. And I love how like when we use new platforms and we go on chain, like, we don't want to put too much out because we don't know like what it looks like or you know what I mean? It's still kind of like this like concept. So, yeah, it's really curious. I was even thinking, I'm like, maybe I should make like a profile just to like test, just to see what it looks like, and like before I use, like because I sometimes platforms don't let you change their handle. Like once it's made, it's made. So I'd be like, yeah. So definitely I want to test it out, look at it. I wish it would load faster. It kind of does like take a minute. I think it because everything's on chain. It takes a minute to relay and grab the metadata. Um, but yeah, I love Luxo, man. My friend Kat, I think works for them or used to work for them, and yeah, it'd be so cool to use the platform. So
Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is similar to Telegram and WhatsApp and iMessage. It's identifying you by your phone number, right?
It does use your phone to help use a lot of identification functionalities, but it doesn't use your phone number. It just Let's see. So it'll give
Nice.
you a unique identifier. Like how did you? I'm like I didn't want to use my email, but I think it still asks for me to put in an email. But it doesn't like it doesn't rely on your email. It has a unique identification type of logon to it, and it does require your phone. Like it'll the app in the phone is just absolutely beautiful. Like it makes me look like I have an iPhone and I don't have an iPhone because of the UI. It looks amazing, but it does interact with your phone a lot. So like the way I logged in to my profile here on the desktop, I needed to use my phone to log in. Um, but it uses a very unique and specific sign on that's just for you. I can't remember uh, what that looked like, but it does not use your phone number at all.
Dope.
Yeah, it doesn't use your phone number, like expose it. It
Mm,
just helps in like the identifying or something. Like you're saying, like, yeah, with you have to be on your phone to log in or that. Yeah.
Yeah, like it has like I had to coordinate functionalities like what it would allow me to do. Like say for example, when I was building out my grid, at first I was able to just use the desktop um, and the wallet on the desktop. Um, it had the where it would ask me for like to confirm it, where I would have to confirm it within my wallet on the desktop. But I think I changed the options around so where I could just do that and give it confirmation with my phone as well. So it's almost like another level of like 2FA. So if something's happening, I would get the notification on my phone and whether I would confirm it or not. And it just mostly just relies if I do anything on my profile, if I want to save something in any changes or whatever, I have to confirm it, through the app on my phone. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, man. And I think, and I will say though, whenever I was experimenting with NFTs, I was testing the NFT and just to see what I was able to do, and I think I was trying to backtrack and I tried to delete it, but it was already on chain, and so I couldn't delete it. So one of those hummingbird NFTs that I made, it's just there, like you were mentioning earlier. It's like I couldn't take it off; it just stays there. So, um, but it's no biggie. But yeah, it was just like it wouldn't delete. It
Right.
just kind of stays on there, and it's just highlighted up there.
Yeah, I know, and that's annoying. Like, I know, like, like you're like, ah, because you want it to look, right, and sometimes you're just testing
Yeah.
stuff out, but yeah, that's the blockchain for you. I get really early vibes on this. Like, this reminds me, like, I remember my friend telling me about a platform like so long ago, and this gives me that vibe. Like, it just, I don't know, man. I really believe in them. Like, I really like that team, and I think this is like the first time I've seen a platform like do things right by the like blockchain standard. Like not for like I mean, it doesn't look like financial, it's not like they're like trying to grab a bag or something, but they're taking care of like everything that you do on the blockchain and putting it in one place. I saw universal swap as well. I want to look up the transaction speeds like compared to Solana. I want to know how fast it is and how much it costs to run. That'd be great.
Yeah, and one last thing on this side, the sidebar here. Um, there's this little selection. It says My Apps. This right here, it just shows it's not public. Like this, me clicking on My Apps, it just shows something on that only I can see on my end. So if I were to put just like extra side projects of something and that I would build out in here, that only I would see it. Whereas the public will only see, my public profile. But this little tab here is something that's only accessible to me, as far as, it's just to think of it just as a personal backend on what this is. Don't really know the whole like use for it, but that's just what that is.
Got you.
Side note. Yeah, it's just side note.
I just looked up the transaction fees. It says Solana near instant, Luxo fast. It says it gives it 3 stars. Transaction speed, Solana has 5 stars. Average fees 0.0001 penny to 1 penny for Solana, and then Luxo 0.05 to 50 cents. And then best for high volumes, real time apps, Solana. And then Luxo is best for identity, fashion, and creator assets. I wonder why they wouldn't make it like why is it hard for blockchains to just like fork off Solana but still lean into Ethereum? Like, because obviously it's a layer one, and I wonder why they didn't, because like it's so hard as a brand to cover those gas fees. Love Tosh, by the way. As a brand, it's hard to cover these gas fees, and a lot of these the companies, they're paying a lot just to keep the engine going. So it's very interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, yeah. I've been excited about it, and but yeah, it's just worth experimenting, worth looking into, worth previewing. Just having it available, is just really cool. So it's just somewhere to kind of like have some like lead someone somewhere to kind of look into what you're about, like
Right.
the way I've shown you, displayed just my different projects, everything that I'm into, and and what else, what else that can be done with it. So
Yeah.
that's why I alluded to Candy and Hurricane earlier about representing Wave Wars a little bit, in here, because you can see a lot of different things, how
Yeah.
from the post, from the music, from different things, of what Wave Wars is about, what it's doing. It kind of shows you different highlighted previews all about it. So it's very unique. I like the way it's just laid out. Really cool.
Yeah, I agree. I think Wave Wars on here would be really cool. Like the style, like so many different things you can do, I feel like. Right? And then put the Wave Wars website like in the grid, in your like main part of your grid, right? Like your first thing. And then create a bunch of little things like tools around it. Very interesting. I can't wait to dive into it.
Yeah, and yeah, just like I said, the tricky part is just setting up the accounts. Again, I just can't remember a whole lot about what that looks like. I should probably create another couple of accounts just to get used to it. So if y'all have questions about certain things,
Someone on
just
LinkedIn was asking a question for the speaker. Are you on LinkedIn? Would love to connect with you. Just a heads up.
hmm, I haven't got that far yet. I know I have an account, but I've done nothing with it yet.
Yeah,
But
LinkedIn
that's
is
a very good
awesome.
question. Appreciate it.
Yeah. I love
Yeah, I
LinkedIn.
think the guy.
Stilo,
Yeah?
sorry, can you
Go ahead.
port me again?
Yeah, of
Because my
course.
phone died. Thank
I
you.
got you. Here, we'll let
Yeah, they
we'll let Steve practice. Steve, hit the 3 dots and then hit
okay,
host.
next to the mic.
Yeah, hit host tools
Okay.
and then scroll down and it'll say manage host, set token gate, and then hit bring users to me. And voila.
All right. Oh wait, hit. Scroll down, hit manage hosts.
Yeah, or no, host tools.
Oh, host tools.
Host tools, and then go, and then just go down. Bring users to me under manage hosts.
Well, is was it set token gate access to?
Right under that. Keep going under. You see it?
Oh, bring users
Yeah.
to me. Okay,
Nice.
did
You
that
know,
work?
yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Nice.
So, man,
Cool.
there is so much happening right now, like you said, Steve.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
my friend just showed me about these VR DJs who, like, they're DJing online, like live streaming on TikTok, and like it just gave me a whole nother consciousness, like a whole nother perspective on like what's happening, what's going on in here. And so uh yeah, it's like focusing on the chat. The chat is, people go just to be a part of that chat, so, and the community. So very interesting stuff. Really excited for everything that's coming.
Absolutely. Um, yeah, I'm not too sure. I should be available next week if
Hmm.
we don't have anyone lined up to do another presentation. Then I'll be back next week, and we can tap into maybe caffeine or a little more of Luxo. Depends.
Yeah.
Anyone has questions.
Yeah, we could kind of like run it back almost too, and even announce it, because I think a lot of people could benefit from this, man. This feels like a new social media, and like, man, there's no like, imagine being new on a brand new platform. And I really do believe in these guys. I'm telling you, like for me, they've been shooting their shot, and like if people that keep shooting shots and aren't afraid to fly, like fail. I love that, and I feel like, they've rebranded, pivoted, keep pivoting, and bam, here they are. So let's go.
Yeah,
So
so for so.
they have X spaces as well.
Yeah, they let's see. Trying to see if I could find their profile. Like only one or two people that I know. I know most of the time their X spaces are under Luxo. Like you would be able to find them just with their main account of Luxo.
Hmm.
Um, or let's see, I'm trying to remember. There's this
When you were in
one
the
of their
space, was
lead.
it Luxo's space, like the actual like brand on to X, or was it someone just talking about it?
Oh, the space that I accidentally
Yeah.
wandered into yesterday, it was one of their developers.
Mm,
See, I wonder if he's in here. Kier, uh, Kier.
dope.
So, who I have up right now, and this her name is Fawn. She's one of their main outreach people. I'm not sure what her exact role is, but she does a lot of spaces. I don't think this is her main account, but that's her name. She does a lot of spaces for Luxo and Universal Profiles, especially. Um, and this may be her main one. Yeah, Fawn, Natasha Fawn. She's one of their main outreach, and she does a lot of their spaces, community office hours. Um, and then the space that I ended up that I wandered in yesterday was a developer. I had never seen him before, so um I don't remember his actual name. And then of course uh can't think of their names off the top. There's this other lead,
Hmm.
like one of their main lead CEO people. Um,
Candy.
yeah, you have to look for that.
Yeah, what's up?
I try and like if you have any questions, or you need anything, just like feel free to holler. I really want to see your thing like grow and start and like just pop off, like like I look for things to like retweet like with what you're doing, and I want to, support more. So can't wait. I just want to tell you I'm excited for your request, and I really encourage you to uh, get it out there. Even though I know you're doing everything, you're doing so much, but I really want to see you do more too for yourself as well. Get that candy brand going. And I actually watched I think was it your TikTok or maybe some of your YouTubes or something. Really cool. You were like, hey, it's candy toy box. So cool. So just want to see that thing pop off. And I think it's a lot easier than because I know when it's your project, you kind of it's like, how do I do this? How do I like organize this and create a funnel? So I feel like lately I've gotten a really clear mind, and if you need any help or anything, like anyone to bounce anything off of, let me know because I'm sure Steve is the same. But yeah, I want to see
Well,
the
thank you. I appreciate that.
yeah, I want to see the toy box
Yeah,
open.
I know. I need to like create more of my own content. I just like as a mom, I usually end up putting all my stuff like last, which is means you never get to it. Also like being a co-founder, you know? So it's kind of it's one of those things where I'm like, I always typically dive into the other stuff first. But no, that's one of the reasons why I like doing this the Vibe Code Cafe Cyberfi workshops here is because like the content, of us just, streaming this and like whenever I did last week, I was just telling myself that while we're in here that now I need to go get that video and then like edit it and
Yeah,
put it up on my channel. And for me, it's
just throw it in Opus.
if I right, exactly. Like if I can do stuff that I'm already doing and like remember to record it, it's kind of like one less step of having because I do so many things too online, and after I get done doing it, then I'm just like, man, if I would have had my screen recorder on, that was a whole lesson.
Right.
But as a mom and as like having so many things going on, usually I'm just like doing what's in the moment, and that little bit of like extra pre-planning or
Right.
post edit doesn't usually always get done. But after going through the universal profile today, and seeing like you said, you're kind of afraid to add too much to sometimes new sites and like set it up, put all this time in, and then like you just waste a bunch of time in a rabbit hole if nobody ever, if it never amounts to anything.
Yeah.
Um, so after seeing the way that the Wave Wars website looks in there and seeing that,
Mm.
I
Right.
really need to make my like portfolio like
Right.
work because I have like sites that I've designed uh, without AI, like
Yeah.
the student loans and Zalcella website,
Totally.
and then I have stuff that I've done like you were showing off your mini apps, like I have those. And then I have like my YouTube channels, which, Wave Wars from a creation standpoint is my channel because I do all the editing for it.
Right.
So like from the like showing my work, I can always use that.
Hmm.
And then my channel, which that started, well, it originally started in 2014 when Brian's toy review started. But that's a long story. But anyways, yeah. So I definitely I think Universal Profile and reading that about how it is basically so tied into like the text messages and like all of that. I really think yeah, I think I could start using it and kind of making that like my
Yeah.
home,
Yeah. I mean,
because you can put everything there.
yeah, and it's I think it's a great website Like I think it's a great like yeah, way to put your portfolio. And like when you do that, Candy, like you're gonna put your wave wars, student loans, like all this stuff. And you're like, I think like for me that process brings me clarity, you know, and it brings me like, oh, okay, like this will perfect, like this will be here, then it'll rock with that. So yeah, maybe next week I say we do, you know, we run this back and do it again, and you know, even like, you know, Candy could work set up her profile, you know, like we could watch Candy like set up her thing, and Steve could, you know, kind of talk about it. I saw these viral these DJs, these VR DJs that are blowing up right now, and the way that they switch camera angles. So that's why, if you guys notice, I have like a couple different cameras in the room. There's one next to Steve, there's one over here, there's one like up top, and you're gonna notice in the stream that it switches angles, you know, a lot. And basically in the VR DJ, they were switching angles like every 7 seconds, you know, and the chat was popping and people were in there, you know. And I think, you know, you guys will really like how I'm gonna film this, and it's practice for me, you know. I'm getting better and better at like presenting this stuff like as a stream, you know. So soon I'm gonna start messing with portrait mode, so then I can, you know, cruise into TikTok and YouTube in portrait mode, because I realized like portrait mode was really popping. So yeah, let's do this next week and just like keep diving into this thing. You know, would love to see you create your profile, or if Steve has another, you know, want to run it back in another, you know, just to make it even more potent and more condensed. I'm down, dude.
Yeah, so no, two things on that. One of the things is like, yeah, I'm gonna put my stuff in there. Here, I'm gonna work on it if this guy takes a NAP. We'll see. How lucky. But I'm gonna put my stuff in there. But then I think like for somebody like me who I can do so many different things, and I'm sure there's tons of creatives that probably feel this way as well. You can do so many things, but you don't know like that one like product or service that you want to like offer and like put up. And you also are kind of scared to do that because like I don't have a like set in stone process for like what I do. It's just like you show me your brand, we talk, and I go. And like I just build from there. So like it's hard for me to be like you know, like have a set thing that like, you know, you would see like choose your option type of stuff when
Hmm.
it comes to offering services. And I feel like this is really great because you could literally like have up a access pass like you were saying to the group chat that you allow, and like
Right.
whatever else you want to hook up to that pass. You could have it just for like um the general thing, like, you know, event branding consulting or NFT consulting. And then it doesn't, you know, you could like assign that and like you can actually sell that service without having
No way. Damn. Just got kicked off. Don't know why. Whew, wow, what an incredible workshop, though. Super dope. Definitely want to start rocking the POAPs. I want to create a profile as well. Very cool. I can't wait to use it. Yo, hello? Can you guys hear me?
say was you were talking about doing the live stream and having all those camera angles, like,
Yeah,
different viewpoints.
yeah.
Now that is something that I would really, really like to have a Wave Wars battle in Spatial so that we could film, like, have two artists, avatars, whatever. Hurricane can be avatar or not. Like, how you kind of are still like the person on there also. But then, like, because I feel like that sort of aspect of Wave Wars to where, like, the artist talking smack on stage in between, or like the
Right, like
judges giving their
gamify it.
opinion. Well, to where, like, you get those different
View,
viewpoints, like those
yeah.
different camera angles. Because right now I'm missing so much of the, like, the human part. Like, the charts
Right,
are great, but like I need like more human in it. And like
right.
Hurricane's great, but like he's focused on the space.
No, you
So
need
I
the
think it'd be so
artist.
cool to, like, yeah. So it's like you have like the performance to where, like, when you're saying those bars that's making the chart go up, I'm like right in your face with your little drone camera.
Right. I love that. Does anybody have any questions? Andreas, are you there? Not sure if Andreas is there. Linda, how are you? Welcome back. We're going over this incredible platform. We're actually going to be going over it next week. I believe we're gonna. Candy, are you okay with going over and like creating your profile on here?
Yeah, no, we can do that.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna make one in the meantime this week as well, and I'll show you guys my profile next week. And if you want to get started, that's fine, and you could just kind of walk us through it. Maybe that would be cool too. Um, how whatever approach you want to take it. I was telling Steve that I really enjoy these workshops. I think this is going to be a really cool thing. It is a cool thing. And then the after party that we're about, that with the music and everything, it's going to be cool. This is a cool thing. Um, yeah, so I was thinking more interactive too, like rather than just like, like we're watching, I want to like go back and forth more and like, keep asking the audience if there's any questions, if the streams have any questions. There was a couple questions on LinkedIn, one question on LinkedIn for Steve, which was cool. They wanted to know if he had a LinkedIn profile. I really recommend you guys having a LinkedIn profile, by the way. It's pretty incredible. I think WaveWar should definitely be on LinkedIn. A lot of blockchain projects on there, and it's a great platform. So yeah. So from this event, I took a lot of for a lot away. I'm gonna definitely be messing with proof of attendance for sure, and I will also be creating a profile this week. So those are my two homeworks for this week from the workshop, which is dope.
Yeah, I definitely want to create an NFT for next week, like a proof of attendance NFT,
Yeah.
or yeah, I'll get with you so we can specify what one looks like, and then we'll just have one ready and we'll send it out. If you have it or if I have it, we'll do that, and
Yeah.
uh, that would be really cool.
And,
And then yeah, yeah,
and
I, and I gotta actually head out because I got my other community I got
yeah,
to
dude.
head out.
Yeah, also, dude, Steve, I saw and Candy. One thing that's blowing up right now, you guys, I'm telling you, this shit is about to blow up. Is exactly what Steve is doing with AI music. Candy, you should definitely be creating some stuff. Um, I'm gonna start hosting AI music spaces. Where people can share like the music they've made and stuff like that. So I just went into a space last couple days ago that blew my mind. The things that they were creating, I was like, "What? This is insane, you guys!" So really want to highlight this AI music stuff. It's pretty incredible. So Steve, thank you for coming through. Obviously, we're all connected in the group chat on the text. So yeah, like Candy, set up your profile. I'll set up my profile. We can like go over our profiles. If anybody in here, Kumiko, Aishiteru, konnichiwa, please check out this profile here, Universal Everything, this website. Highly recommend looking into it. I know you guys aren't on the blockchain yet, but you're doing your homework. So, yeah, definitely come through. Andreas, Linda, I know that you're, doing a lot with your art. So, definitely look into this. This is for creators, I feel like. So, it's like a new Facebook to me. That's what it looks like. And I always thought a platform is gonna do well that doesn't look like you're using the blockchain. So, this is that first one. Let's see what happens. All right. Well, for Super Wednesday music wise this week, we're going to cover. I'm basically instead of DJing this week. This workshop was incredible. We're gonna just kind of go over the new album that I'm creating, just letting you guys know like what's up. So, um, yeah, basically started this new project. We're 5 songs in. Just uploaded the fifth song on Audius yesterday. Want to thank Steve, by the way. Steve Strange. He will be back next week. Sorry, before I go into the music, just want to wrap up the cyber workshop. Basically, y'all, we're doing a Web3 workshop in here, led by Candy and Steve. And Steve is a Steve Strange is a Web3 educator. He's a builder. He's a community leader focused on digital identity, creator tools, and the future of the internet. As you can see, he's experimenting in so many different ways. Definitely give him a follow on X. His handle is at Scuba Dadu, SCUBADADOO. We have Candy as well here. Her handle is at Candy Toy Box. I think there's like 2 more letters in there. I don't know if you know them, Steve, but because I don't know them off the top right now. But definitely just look up Candy Toy Box in the search on any platform, and she should come up. Hopefully, Candy, and Steve, we use a lot of these social media platforms as like our new search engine, so we're feeding them as much as we can about our projects. But yeah, so I just want to say thank you, Steve Strange. You're definitely in the mix, on the forefront of exploring the future. So this is where the new internet is heading. Next week we're gonna go over our new profiles that we created on Luxo. I'm gonna reach out to Kat, my friend that used to work there. I don't know if she does still, and maybe she can forward us with some Luxo community because I know that they're in here already. So and they've been in here doing things. So I think it'd be pretty cool. So I'm gonna definitely be tagging them. I'm gonna create a whole post about next week's cyber workshop, where where it's led by Candy and Steve. We're gonna go over Luxo. I'm gonna tag them. Definitely gonna be really cool. So let's see what happens. See if we can get the Luxo guys in here and interact in a different way. So thank you, Steve. Thank you, Candy. You guys are amazing. Been dropping crazy gems. Definitely, Steve. Check out the replay for this stream. At first, I didn't have the
Absolutely.
yeah, I didn't have the audio connected at first, so my bad. But it was just like 5, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. So once just fast forward a little bit, but I got like 85% of it, maybe 90. So sorry about
Nice.
that.
I'm excited to do that because uh, I'm very much tapped in with both dev communities with Luxo and ICP,
Nice.
and I definitely want to send it their way. The devs that I met yesterday, I'm just ecstatic and like mind blown of some of the discussions that we went over
Totally.
and the potential of what we can bring to artists, and that's another reason to stay tuned. Definitely stay tuned, and I'll try and see if I can bring a couple of those guys in here.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be reaching out, looking out for everyone on Luxo like this week for sure. Um, yeah, man, crazy stuff, really crazy. But
Much love, everyone.
have a
Thank
great
y'all.
day. Okay. All right, now we shift the energy into music. Um, this is Super Wednesday 208, where the knowledge becomes a movement, where ideas turn into music. apps where avatars and humans and hearts sync up. So I'm gonna show you guys a new track I just released last night, and then I'm gonna run through the album. Just give you guys a nice little, preview of like what's to come. Linda, how are you? I hope you're well. You're amazing. It's nice to see you. Thank you for coming through. I know there's a lot going on right now. Everybody's building, so in so many areas. I'm gonna bring you guys over here to the crib where I think we can sit down and kind of go over it. So still need to add some water here. All right. Let's see if you guys want to take a seat. Host tools, bring users. Linda, how are you? If you can unmute, I'd love to hear from you. Make sure you're okay. Oh, sorry. Ladies, please. Yeah, so this is my personal little house. Yeah, I hope you like the views. Some of the chairs you can't sit on yet, but I'm gonna definitely, I'm gonna just show you guys this new track and some of the new tracks that have come out lately. All right, here we go. Hope you guys like my new crib in the metaverse. All right, here we go. Sharing screen now. Bum ba da dum. All right. All right. This is the TV. iClip. Is that iClip? Hello, iClip. We're at the house. I hope people can find us. All right. Welcome to the flat screen TV. Here we go. So this is a new track I released last night. Hopefully you guys like it. It's called Stay. 5th song. I need like 2-3 more songs and the album will be done. Let's get it. It's just mission on mission. I know you're chasing the feeling. Girl, I know. I wanna know your name, babe. I wanna see how your body rock. Yeah. Till the sun come up and the moon go down. I wanna do it again, like when we were young. I know. There's no need to pretend. I want you to stay. See your body, there's a silhouette. Making memories in the sky, see you turn red. I write your name in the sand with mine. They say the lips don't lie. With a drink in my hand and the salt in the air. It's a smile that makes me do the things I do. I wanna do it again, like when we were young. I know. There's no need to pretend. I want you to stay. You said gratitude. We're at the bar, my oh my. We explore my oh my. Great combo, imagine when you're feeling that. Got the wind blowing, on the waves crash. It's just smiling at me that way with you. I will cross the whole ocean with you. I know. I wanna do it again, like when we were young. I know. There's no need to pretend. I want you to stay.
my baby. I could be your hero. I could be your hero. I could be your hero. What's up with the mama poppin' price tags? What's up looking fresh with the new fit? That what's up, man, cute on the new tip. That's what's up, let me show you how to do it. Too legit, how we shine every summer. Number one spot, baby, number one stunner. All over billboards, all over covers. Pressure how we build, let me show you how to run it. She just wanna live, let me tell you how I love it. Crazy how we feel, and now in public. You could be my baby, I could be your hero. You could be my baby, I could be your hero. You could be my baby, I could be your hero. You could be my baby, I could be your hero. I could be your hero. Part of you is like a part of me. Trying to be a man and I'm on my way. Look, a shot in the dark, it's a hard place. So pour another shot of that Bombay. Black shades to the beach, it's a bomb day. Big waves, you know we all say. Gotta love how we live out in Cali. From right here to the hills and the valley. Getting cheese, that's me, that's a habit. Getting cheese, that's me, that's a habit. You could be my baby, I could be your hero. You could be my baby, I could be your hero. You could be my baby, I could be your hero. You could be my baby, I could be your hero. I could be your hero. I could be your hero. Let's go.
Hello, welcome to Stilo World.
Where you at? Where you been? Paradise with all my friends. Chilling back, reminiscing. People looking at me different. So cold like January. Address gon' be paradise. Nothing lasts up in paradise. Pop 'em and you lay it down. Living free up in paradise. Doing me up in paradise. Sipping wine up in paradise. Looking fine up in paradise. I'm a star already. Coming from the bottom, keep my armor ready. Mama said be strong, keep the karma heavy. Now I'm throwing up this cash and I'm counting this fatty. Nothing you can take can make me fall already. I thought about these raps in the dark already. Telling this pain in the heart, bitch I graduated. I'm in the rain so far, keep the karma steady. Where you at, where you been? Paradise with all my friends. Chilling back, reminiscing. People looking at me different. So cold like January. Address gon' be paradise. Nothing lasts up in paradise. Pop 'em then you lay it down. I'm living free up in paradise. Doing me up in paradise. Sipping wine up in paradise. Looking fine up in paradise. I take paradise to go, man, it's in my vision. All I really want is moms and that's as I dip it. Out of sight, out of category, on a mission. Can't stop with the dreams and the ambition. I'm getting money and I bet you can tell the difference. I got a plan, man, focus on the intuition. Back to the wall. Back to the wall, amazing how we come on with it. Where you at, where you been? Paradise with all my friends.
Bye. Thank you, Linda.
People looking at me different. So cool.
Linda, thank you so much, okay? Yeah, we're just going over the new album. Hopefully you like it. Make sure you add it on Spotify, YouTube. It's going live on. It went live on all platforms 2 days ago. Just these 4 songs. The each song I'm uploading every week, every 2 weeks. So yeah, thank you, Linda. Okay, take care. Avatar me, how are you? Man, we just had an amazing workshop. Super dope. Candy and Steve Strange actually went through and led it with going through Universal Everything. So, really cool platform, man. It looks like a Facebook, but like on the blockchain, and with a bunch of tools for creators and artists. So, definitely check this stream out. Next week we're gonna cover it again. Candy and I we're gonna make profiles this week because Steve already made his and he kind of went through what he did. So, yeah, definitely check it out, man. It looks pretty cool what they're doing, bro. But yeah, just that's pretty much it. It's almost 12 here, so just wanted to say thank you for coming. I'm gonna focus on. I've just been so busy with music, like creating music and everything, that I haven't really been marketing the concerts and stuff. So you're gonna see me on my marketing grind this week. I'm gonna talk about how we're gonna have a Web3 workshop. If I can call it a Cyberfi workshop, that would be cool. Cyberfi workshop session led by Candy and Steve Strange, um, and um, I'm going to talk about the workshop, and then I'm going to talk about the after party, which is the concert. And we're going to have like probably 2 more songs done, hopefully. And then we can have like a nice little full album release party in the next week or two. So that's the plan. Candy, you're awesome. Thank you. Don't want to take too much of your time. I did want you to meet Raul. He's one of my closest partners here, like one of my best friends here in Web3, in the metaverse, in the universe. I don't know him in real life, but just he's him and I have spent so much time together with like business. He helped me write a whole business plan and everything, like crazy. So really amazing stuff. And the Avatar Me is basically like an avatar digital media company. So Candy's on mobile, so she's tapping the dance button a lot. That's funny. Um, yeah, man, one of these days we gotta get Candy in here in VR doing a presentation. That's gonna be freaking. And she just goes, next slide. And I'm like, click. And I'll click for her. So funny. But yeah, definitely gonna get better at filming this stuff. Just seeing the viral VR DJs, Candy, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do different angles, like way more often, and like just have 3 cameras and just switch between tabs. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, and Avatar Me, Candy doesn't. Oh, nice. Okay, she does have access to the chat. I thought you couldn't see it. My bad. Cool. But yeah, I definitely want to introduce you guys because both of you are incredible. Kumiko aishiteru. I'm gonna translate something in Japanese real quick. So if you guys want to say anything, please feel free to unmute and say hello. Also, you should follow each other. Google Translate Japanese, English to Japanese. Hello, Kumiko. How have you been? I have been working on my new album and obviously the new application. If you have any questions or any comments, any feedback, anything that I can do better, please let me know. It is so great that you're in Japan, and I cannot believe that it is 2, 3 in the morning and that you support this movement so much. Period. I also can't wait to visit you in your new worlds with iClip. I want to dive deeper into what you guys are doing as well. Please give him my regards, and I hope you like this new sound, which I will keep playing. And soon we'll have an album release party, and I will be also marketing this a lot better and getting the word out a lot better and using the data that I've collected a lot better. So, yeah, let's get the party started. Happy New Year.
こんにちは、久美子さん、お元気ですか？新しいアルバム制作と、もちろん新しいアプリの開発に取り組んでいます。何か質問やコメント、フィードバック、改善点などがあれば、ぜひ教えてください。あなたが日本にいらっしゃるなんて本当に素晴らしいですね。そして、午前3時にもかかわらず、この活動をこれほど応援してくださっている。
All right. Just sent our message to
信じられ
Kumiko.
ません。アイクリップを使ってあなたの新しい世界を訪れるのが待ち遠しいです。
Cool. Candy. I want to study too. Oh, that's cute. Well, I hope the workshops are helping, Kumiko. Please, please, please ask more questions. If you have any questions, Candy is amazing with brand building and just in general, like, anything going on in Web3, the blockchain, things like that. So I appreciate you so much. All right, guys. I'm gonna just play the rest of the album out, and that is it for Super Wednesday. I want to thank everybody for coming through, live chat. I want to say hello. I want to say come through next week. We do this every week at 1 p.m. EST. We have a workshop, a cyber workshop, Web3 workshop, and led by Candy Toy Box, Candy's Toy Box. Also, Candy, what do you think about adding like one more word in there, like Candy's Tech? Like it'd be so cool if it was like Candy's Tech, and then your handle was like Candy's Toy Box, or the name of the channel, where like the toy box is the tech, and the tools you have in your toy box is like the widgets and the toys for the tech. So I don't know, just just trying to learn how to funnel things.
Yeah, I like that. I'll have to think about that. I haven't thought about that.
Yeah, Candy's Tech. Cause you need one more word, to get you real hyper niched in there. You know what I mean? To be the leader of the.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I've never thought about that.
Yeah, cause I thought about that when I looked you up on YouTube last week, and I already subscribed to you, so. Yeah, dude. Hey, how's the new track? Have you heard all the tracks?
They all are awesome. I keep getting them stuck in my head from all the quick battles.
No way.
But no, I like all of them. Really good job. And
Thanks.
honestly, like I feel like you know how not that it sounds mainstream, but like it sounds like it should already be mainstream. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So like I always feel like that's a good that's a good thing, not even though it's you could look at it anyway. And also too, like my husband, he likes the music a lot, and
Hell
like
yeah.
he's whenever just like normal people hear it, they're like, oh, I like that. That always thing I think is good too. But no, I
Yeah.
love it. I'm gonna have them stuck in my head the rest of the day.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't mix down Stay yet, but it's pretty much I just wanted to like hear it how it sounds like on hi-fi and shit. Like this is my like this is my little sandbox audience. I upload it here first, I hear it, I look at the plays, I get the data, and then I'm like, okay, let's fix it up. Let's, and luckily they let you replace files, thank God. They don't like you don't have to delete it, lose your plays, you know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. People have been putting podcasts up here, their LLMs, like their notebook LMs in here and stuff like that. Like Steve, really cool. I love that he did that. But yeah, I really like Stay. I really like Hero, Paradise. I love them. And yes, I'm getting a lot of feedback like, like, hey man, this sounds like it's in the radio. Like it sounds like it's on already. So that's really good. And I really focused on songwriting this time, like how do I write really good hooks, create good hooks. So definitely focused on the hook, you know. So yeah, this is the new.
Yeah, now that
Sorry, go ahead.
now that you mention it, I'll have to send some of these songs to my mom because my mom like she likes like music like this that's like it's pop but it's not like too pop, it's not like too
Right.
rap, it's not like too crazy either which way,
Yeah.
but she likes that. But also too, she's married to a country singer and a Texas music
Nice.
country singer, and their whole thing is like Texas radio, like everything's radio, radio, radio.
Right.
And he does like a podcast or something every week, and he has shows every week and all sorts of stuff. But like, I give her the music that I like, and then like she kind of shares it, because
Hmm.
that's her husband. So then she shares it. So like, you know, I like to slide in the music that I know she'll like. And she'd love this music, so I'll have to send her over the album.
Yeah. Dope. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, this is the one. From here on out, like it's home run time. And like the feedback I'm getting, like I'm not guessing anymore. I feel like when I used to make art music, I was guessing. I'm like, are they gonna like it? Now I'm just like, boom, like I know you're gonna like it. So super stoked on the feedback. It's getting serious. And then now I'm gonna make a Spanish one today. So like look for that one. I'm redoing basically the Bonita song that sold 120 copies of on the Ethereum blockchain. Um, yeah, that one's my genesis. So I'm gonna redo that track. It's gonna be freaking crazy.
No, that's one thing I really love about your music is you have great Spanish, you have great English, and apparently you have great Japanese too. So maybe throw some of that in there, because that sounds really cool. But one thing too that I like is I like the Stilo World like tag that you have in there, and it
Mm,
reminds me of like DJ Khaled or the Tricky Buddha, but like now like when I hear that in songs, it just gets me excited, and like I like
yeah.
hearing the tag in the song somewhere, and I feel like if you keep putting it in there, it also too kind of like whenever you're like Stilo World, that it like brings in that whole 3D metaverse vibe.
Yeah, like experience, right? You heard that one where I was messing around. I'm like, oh, let me put my Stilo World tag in here. The hello, welcome to Stilo World. Keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle.
Yeah,
That's
no,
funny.
I love that. That's like my favorite.
Cool. Dope. All right. Well, I'm gonna play the album one time through for the stream, and then I want to say thank you for everyone for coming through. What's cool is I'm still live streaming, so it looks like we're in at the digital crib hanging out with friends, and there's a flat screen TV playing YouTube or Audius. Let's go. Candy, so good seeing you. So good seeing you, Chris.
I'm the hottest in the hood, I'm the freshest on the block, man. This is my ambition to get this commission. I'm the hottest in the hood, I'm the freshest on the block, man. This is my ambition to get this commission. If I'm with it, and you're with it, just know we can stay together, work together. If I'm with it, this our time. Girl, this our life. They can't try and cage us. I got the combination. I got time to chase ya. So put your hands up, man, bring it on up. Cause you know we ageless. We young, yeah. Throw your hands up, man, bring it on up. Cause you know we ageless. I'm the hottest in the hood, I'm the freshest on the block, man. This my ambition to get this commission. I'm the hottest in the hood, I'm the freshest on the block, man. This my ambition to get this commission. If I'm with it, and you with it, just know we can stay together. Work together. If I'm with it, and you with it, just know we can stay together. Work together, together. I'm the hottest in the hood, I'm the freshest on the block, man. This my ambition to get this commission. I'm the hottest in the hood, I'm the freshest on the block, man. This my ambition to get this commission. If I'm with it, and you with it, just know we can stay together. Work together.
Yo, what up? Thank you for coming through, everybody. See you next week.
Work together, together. Have some more whiskey, roll this sticky. Run with me, we can run this city. 15 on last 100. Took 5 shots and I hit the ground running like DJ. Put it on replay. We can break records. DJ, put it on replay. Like we can stay together. Let's play all night long. Let's play like once when we were young. Let's kick it, kick it, kick it, kick it. Hear the siren, hear the ghetto bird. 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 That's right, that's right.
Hello, welcome to Stilo World.
Where you at? Where you been? Paradise with all my friends. Chilling back, reminiscing. People looking at me different. So cold like January. Address gon' be paradise. Nothing less up in paradise. Pop 'em and you lay it down. Living free up in paradise. Doing me up in paradise. Sipping wine up in paradise. Looking fine up in paradise. I'm a star already. Coming from the bottom, keep my armor ready. Mama said, be strong, keep the karma heavy. Now I'm throwing up this cash and I'm counting this fetty. Nothing you can take can make me fall already. I thought about these raps in the dark already. Turning this pain in the heart, bitch, I graduated. I'm in the rain so far, keep the karma steady. Where you at? Where you been? Paradise with all my friends. Chilling back, reminiscing. People looking at me different. So cold like January. Address call me paradise. Nothing less up in paradise. Pop 'em then you lay it down. I'm living free up in paradise. Doing me up in paradise. Sipping wine up in paradise. Looking fine up in paradise. I take paradise to go, man, it's in my vision. All I really want is moms and the sons I dip it. Out of sight, out of category, on a mission. Can't stop with the dreams and the ambition. I'm getting money and I bet you can tell the difference. I got a plan, man, focus focus on the intuition. Back to the wall. Back to the wall. Amazing how we come on with it. Where you at? Where you been? Paradise with all my friends. Chilling back, reminiscing. People looking at me different. So cold like January. Address gonna be paradise. Nothing lasts up in paradise. Pop and then you lay it down. Living free up in paradise. Doing me up in paradise. Sipping wine up in paradise. Looking fine up in paradise.
Look at the past, look at me now. Look, we rising up, they just want us down. Playing with your life can bring the news people round. Family at the church, dog gathered round. Hush, not a sound. We're climbing out the mud, coming from the ground. Look at the past, look at me now. We rising up, they just want us down.
Waking up in the slum, just heavy with life, beautiful. Baby, keep calm and ready. I'm getting money in my hand, in my palm already. Said I couldn't do it, then you lost already. The pen in the pad, keep the arms steady. Don't forget what we had, it ain't that complicated. Don't forget what you had, bitch, I concentrated. Don't forget what you had, keep the calm and steady. Don't forget. Where you at, where you been? Paradise with all my friends. Chilling back, reminiscing. People looking at me different. So cold like January. Address gonna be paradise. Nothing lasts up in paradise. Pop and then you lay it down. Living free up in paradise. Doing me up in paradise. Sipping wine up in paradise. Looking fine up in paradise. What's up with the mama poppin' price tags? What's up looking fresh with the new face? That what's up, man, cute on the new tip. That's what's up, let me show you how to do it. Too legit, how we shine every summer. Number one spot, baby, number one stunner. All over billboards, all over covers. Pressure how we build, let me show you how to run it. She just wanna live, let me tell you how I love it. Crazy how we feel, and now in public. You could be my baby, I could be your hero. You could be my baby, I could be your hero. You could be my baby, I could be your hero. You could be my baby, I could be your hero. I could be your hero. Part of you is like a part of me. Tryna be a man and I'm on my way. Don't get shot in the dark, it's a hard place. So pour another shot of that Bombay. Black shades to the beach, it's a bomb day. Big waves, you know we all say. Gotta love how we live out in Cali. From right here to the hills and the valley. Getting cheese, that's me, that's a habit. Getting cheese, that's me, that's a habit. You could be my baby, I could be your hero. You could be my baby, I could be your hero. You could be my baby, I could be your hero. You could be my baby, I could be your hero. I could be your hero. I could be your hero. Let's go. You the money, I'm the envelope. You the money, I'm the envelope. You're amazing, girl, don't you know? We're on the same side, same team. We got the same drive, same